New footage from T.I.'s son, King Harris, getting arrested has hit the internet, and the body cam video shows the full picture of what went down. The arrest, the warrant, the gun on his hip, and the fallout between father and son is now laid out for everyone to see. So, let's get into what exactly happened the night King Harris got pulled over, and what this arrest tells us about the ongoing situation inside the Harris family. Body cam footage has been released from the 2024 arrest of Clifford King Harris Jr., the 20-year-old son of Atlanta rap legend T.I., posted by YouTube channel Badge Chronicles and caught by Vlad TV. The nearly 30-minute-long video shows what transpired back in October. The footage went viral across every platform, and it gives us a front-row seat to the arrest that made national headlines. Now, here's what happened. King Harris was arrested on Monday, October 14th in Dooney, Georgia, after his driving caught the attention of nearby police officers. The warrant was tied to charges of speeding, driving with a suspended license, and a DUI, and was issued after Harris failed to appear in court. The arrest unfolded when officers said Harris nearly struck a police vehicle while pulling out of a gas station in his BMW. So picture this. King is leaving a gas station in his BMW. He pulls out, and he comes close to hitting a police cruiser. Now, most people, if they nearly hit a cop car, they would just keep it moving and hope the officer didn't notice. But the officers noticed. The officer reportedly turned around and stopped King's vehicle. This is where things start to escalate. In the body cam video, officers can be heard noting the smell of marijuana as they approached his car. They also observed a firearm holstered on Harris's hip. Now, a gun on the hip, the smell of marijuana, and a near collision with a police car. That is a combination that is going to get you more than a warning. The officers told King to put his hands on the steering wheel while they ran his information. Authorities then asked the young man to put his hands on the steering wheel as they ran Harris's information through their database. After they ran his information, they found a warrant out for his arrest in Pickens County in Georgia. Now, here's the thing about that warrant. Harris was arrested due to an open warrant stemming from a 2022 case in Pickens County. He was charged in August 2022 with speeding, knowingly driving a motor vehicle on a suspended license, and driving under the influence of drugs. In September 2024, there was an arraignment notice returned and a bench warrant issued. So, this wasn't even a new case. This was old business that King never handled. He missed his court date. A bench warrant was issued, and it was just sitting there waiting for the moment he had contact with law enforcement. That moment came on October 14th. The officer's report describes the arrest as smooth. According to the incident report, the arresting officer wrote, "I informed Mr. Harris that I would need to speak with him outside and opened the driver's side door. Mr. Harris was cooperative, and I removed the firearm from his hip with no issue. I then had Mr. Harris step out of the vehicle, and I detained him by placing handcuffs on him. I escorted Mr. Harris to my patrol vehicle, conducted a pat-down, and placed him into the rear of my vehicle." The footage also shows Harris clearly frustrated with the whole situation. However, in general, authorities and T.I.'s son were quite calm throughout. That is something worth noting. Whatever you might say about King Harris and his public behavior in this particular moment, he cooperated with law enforcement. He did not resist. He did not escalate. After his handcuffing in Dunwoody, he was transferred to DeKalb County Jail. Shortly after, Harris was transferred to Pickens County after a recall was ordered for the bench warrant. After his October 14th arrest, King was reportedly released the next day with the warrant reportedly recalled, but the status of his 2022 and 2024 arrests are unclear. There were two other people in the car with Harris, but they weren't arrested. So, King was the only one leaving in handcuffs that night. And the timing of all this could not have been worse because at the time of the arrest, King was about to become a father. King's arrest coincides with his father, T, announcing his soon-to-arrive grandchild, a baby boy, last month. T discussed the big news during an interview with Hot 107.9 alongside fellow rapper Young DRO. "Yeah, I got 2 granddaughters and I got a grandson on the way," T says in the clip. King's about to have a son. And T joked about the situation in the way only T can. "And I told him, King, I'm going to make this one the greatest gangster of all time," T said while laughing. "I'm going to raise this one to torture you the way you tortured me. I promise you there will be an indictment in this young one." T was laughing when he said that, but there's always a kernel of truth in a joke. The fact that T used the word indictment while talking about his grandson says a lot about the kind of headaches King has caused him. So, the body cam footage is out there now, nearly 30 minutes of it, and the internet has a lot of thoughts. But this arrest did not happen in a vacuum. King Harris has a history, a documented public viral history of incidents that have put the Harris family in the spotlight for all the wrong reasons. Let's go back a bit. Before the 2024 arrest, King Harris was already a regular fixture in the headlines. And not for his music, not for his acting, not for anything his parents would be proud to see on a news ticker. The incidents kept stacking up one after another. Let's start with the Waffle House. In 2022, video footage shows T and Tiny's son, King Harris, getting into a heated dispute with several employees at a local Waffle House after the 17-year-old aspiring artist received unwanted pickles in his meal. Yes, pickles. That's what started it. The verbal altercation between King Harris and a Waffle House employee occurred earlier that month, but the video of the event went viral. King live streamed the entire thing on Instagram. King was visibly irritated that his order contained unwelcome pickles, and he demanded a replacement. He seemed enraged when the clerk informed him he couldn't cuss in the restaurant when he returned to Waffle House to have his meal changed. Things went bad from there. King got into a verbal spat with another employee who didn't appreciate his erratic conduct after yelling out at the cashier. When asked his name, King responded with a retort. "My name is King. You know it, and your mama knows it." When one of the workers proposed that they go outside and throw hands, King sprung to his feet and proclaimed that he was ready for fisticuffs. He didn't stop there. King continued to disparage the employee who identified herself as Jennifer by suggesting she had a low income. "Everything you make, I can pull out my pocket right now," he said before taking out a stack of cash. He was waving money in the face of restaurant workers. He was 17 years old, and the video of this went everywhere. The public reaction was not kind. Many people said King Harris is a super privileged trust fund baby who got everything handed to him. So why he acting like he from the streets and he tough? Others blamed his parents and said that at this rate things could end badly. T responded to the whole thing, but his response raised more eyebrows than it calmed. T later posted a video questioning why his son's altercation had even become newsworthy. "Of course I spoke with my son. Me and his uncles," the rapper claimed. "We were perplexed by his necessity to go back and forth with the short order cook. I didn't understand why he felt he needed to stop what he was doing to engage someone who's at another level of life." A lot of people had a problem with that statement. Critics argued that T was basically saying the Waffle House employees were beneath his son instead of holding King accountable for how he acted. Even Tiny Harris later commented on the situation. She said that King stands on business, but that he is still a good guy. According to her, he doesn't start problems, but he also doesn't run from them. Whether people agreed with that or not, the video spoke for itself. King walked into the restaurant already angry, and the situation escalated quickly. The Waffle House incident became even more embarrassing because it went viral the same day T was celebrating King's graduation. On social media, T was proudly congratulating his son for graduating high school with honors, while at the same time the internet was circulating a video of King threatening a restaurant employee. The contrast was impossible to ignore. Then there was the 2022 arrest. King had earlier legal trouble involving criminal trespass and driving issues. After that came January 2023, when King was taken to jail on multiple charges. Police requested a blood test during that incident, and he refused to comply. After being released, King posted on Instagram complaining about the situation and explaining that he had received several violations, including one for not wearing a seatbelt. So the pattern started to become clear. The Waffle House argument, the 2022 arrest, the 2023 arrest, the missed court date, and then the October 2024 arrest that the body cam footage now shows. Each incident added another chapter to a growing story about the Harris family and the tension surrounding King Harris. And that tension between T and his son has been building for years. It finally exploded publicly during Thanksgiving weekend in 2023 at an Atlanta Falcons football game. During the event, King went live on Instagram while arguing with both of his parents about his upbringing. King insisted that he did not grow up with a silver spoon and claimed that he had a harder childhood than people thought. T strongly disagreed with that narrative. In one of the viral clips, T asks his son if he had ever woken up with roaches crawling on his face or experienced the kind of poverty T himself grew up with. According to T, King simply didn't understand what real struggle looked like. King pushed back and accused his father of exaggerating his own past to make himself look better. The argument quickly turned into a heated family confrontation broadcast live to thousands of viewers online. Tiny also jumped into the conversation and revealed personal details about King, including the claim that he used a pacifier until he was 12 years old. The conversation quickly spiraled into a messy public family argument. Eventually, things got physical. In one moment that went viral across social media, T placed King in a headlock while shouting at him that he was embarrassing himself and the family. King later posted messages on Instagram saying that he was a grown man and accusing his father of pretending to support him publicly while privately treating him differently. King's brother Demoni later tried to calm the situation by advising him to relax and reminding him that growing up in a famous family brings unique pressures and scrutiny. But the internet never forgets moments like that. The video of the argument between father and son still circulates online, adding context to everything that followed, including King's later arrest and the drama involving 50 Cent. King Harris eventually became involved in the long-running tension between T and 50 Cent as well. What started as a competitive rivalry between the two rappers years earlier eventually reignited online. When 50 Cent posted memes targeting Tiny Harris, King stepped in to defend his mother. He posted several messages criticizing 50 Cent and bringing up his past controversies. But the situation escalated dramatically when King posted an image referencing 50 Cent's late mother, Sabrina Jackson. She died when 50 Cent was only 8 years old. King shared a photo of her grave and wore a t-shirt featuring her image. For many people, that crossed a serious line. 50 Cent responded in his usual style by laughing it off online and posting memes rather than releasing a diss track. Meanwhile, T later admitted in interviews that he felt the situation had gone too far when he saw the shirt referencing 50 Cent's mother. He said that was the moment he told King to stop. Even though he appreciated his sons defending their mother, he believed that disrespecting someone's deceased parent was unacceptable. When you step back and look at the whole situation, it becomes clear that the arrest, the family arguments, the viral videos, and the rap beefs are all connected. King Harris grew up in the spotlight as the son of two famous entertainers. That fame opened doors for him, but it also meant that every mistake was broadcast to the world. Now he is a young father himself with a newborn son named King Jr. He has also been pursuing music under the name Kid Sion and releasing trap and melodic hip-hop tracks since 2020. He has the resources and opportunities that many young artists could only dream of. But the repeated legal trouble and public controversies continue to overshadow those opportunities. T has spoken openly about his fear that his son might follow the same path he once did. Having spent time in federal prison himself on weapons charges, T knows exactly how quickly things can spiral. For now, the body cam footage simply shows one moment in a much larger story. A young man pulled over by police, a warrant that finally caught up with him, and a father watching his son navigate the same dangers he once faced. What happens next in the Harris family story remains to be seen, but one thing is certain: the internet will be watching.